What is happening, guys and gals? Joe Badger here, your money mentor, where we have deep pockets and short arms, and where I help you with my nearly 40 years of experience with investing, business, and finance. And right now, it's all about the business, and that is starting your own small business. We're going to go over the principles that you need to know no matter what kind of business you're going to go into. And if you stick around to the end, we have a special resource for you as well. So if you like this kind of thing, make sure you subscribe because we have a lot more coming and you do not want to miss out. But let's get into it because money never sleeps and either does business. If you are starting your own business or thinking about it, I just want you to know that it's very possible and these principles are going to help you out. No matter if you are looking to sell jewelry, or if you're going to be in gardening or clothing or an online business, it applies to all of them. You know, I was watching Mark Cuban from Shark Tank, and I remember him saying something. He was saying that the biggest problem to people starting their own business is a lack of information and a lack of commitment. In other words, they don't know enough about that business they're getting into, and they're not willing to do the work. If you're going to go into your own business, you're going to have to work a lot harder than you normally would if you were working for another company. And that's actually a good thing. In fact, there's a correlation of risk involved as well. In fact, people think that there is more risk if you start your own business and you go out on your own. But the opposite is true. You have more risk if you're just sticking with one company and putting your livelihood into that one business. But if you start your own business and you have many customers, you have a lot less risk, and your potential for income also goes up considerably. Speaking of Shark Tank, if you were to watch that show, you would get the impression that every business starts by borrowing money or taking on a partner. But I would advise that the exact opposite is true. I've started many businesses throughout my life, and I've always started on a shoestring budget. And this is probably the best way to go about it. Not borrowing money, not going in debt. Instead, starting small, starting with what you have and building from there. And as you begin to grow, you put the money back into the business and it goes from there. Many people believe in this philosophy of starting a business with very little money to begin with, and I think it's the best way to go about it. When you are just starting out as a new business, one area that you actually do want to spend money and not go cheap is with your accountants, with your tax advice, and with attorneys. These are third-party objective people that can help you get started. Also, mentors. So these are people on the outside that can give you a new perspective than you would have. In fact, all day long, that's what they do. They talk with other businesses and help them work out their problems. So you don't want to go cheap when it comes to your accounting and tax advice. This is definitely going to help you in the long run and something where you want to invest in, so to speak, as you're developing your business. One of the businesses that I developed was a branding and marketing business. And I worked with small businesses. I worked with global clients. And one thing that I've always seen over the years, and that is this: when someone starts a small business, their brand is usually not very consistent. What you want to do is have your brand look the exact same on all platforms, whether it's printed materials, whether it's your website, whether it's social media. No matter what, your business card, your shirts, wherever your brand is seen, it needs to be consistent and reflect the same message. If it is unorganized, if it is a mess, if it is seen differently on different platforms, then that projects a distinct image of unprofessionalism, confusion. Then you're actually projecting the opposite message. You are telling customers and prospects that you are disorganized, unprofessional, unstable. And they're going to get this message, whether it's consciously by visually seeing things that are mix and match, or they're going to subconsciously see it and just have a gut feeling and stay away from it. So one of the key things when you are developing your business is to keep in mind that you're going to need a consistent brand throughout all of your materials and everything that is visually seen as your company. Make sure that you are not sending out mixed signals to your professional market. Another key thing that you need to know if you are starting a small business and you want it to be very successful is to make it a unique business. It needs to be highly profitable with low competition and actually specialized. We live in a world of specialization now, where someone really hones in and focuses on a certain thing instead of trying to be all things to everybody or offer all products to everybody. So if the more specialized you are, the better. Keep in mind your competition. The lower the competition, the better. In other words, the ideal thing would be a monopoly. But if you do have a lot of competition, make sure you know who they are and what they're doing that you could be doing better. As a small business owner, you want to find the best market for your business, your best customers, your best target market. Once again, this goes back to the principle that Mark Cuban was talking about: know your business and be willing to do all the work it takes. If you're starting your own small business, then you're going to need some great resources. In fact, I have a video all about different business books that I suggest you read, and I go in depth. One of those happens to be this book here, which is by Richard Branson, called Like a Virgin. And the great thing about this book is Richard Branson talks about how he started over 400 businesses and how he started with no money. And he would just earn money from one business and put it into the next, and so on. I go into great depth into this book in my other video, but for just a quickie, I would highly recommend this to any entrepreneur or someone who wants to start their own business. It is filled with great ideas and great principles that you need to know if you're going on your own. All the people that I know who have started their own business have only one regret, and that is that they didn't start sooner. No joke. I think if you start your own business, you will find it extremely rewarding and you will never go back. If you like this kind of video, please like, comment, subscribe, because we have a lot more coming. You do not want to miss out. Now get back to work, because money never sleeps, and either does business. I'll see you soon.